All right. Welcome, everybody, to
Hello.
episode 2 of Don't Waste My Time, a YouTube channel dedicated to educating the public about using social media effectively and appropriately. I'm Vinny, right?
Well, I'm Lenny. You're Vinny.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back. So we're glad you all stuck around for episode number 2. So if you remember, so if you remember, we are creating commandments for the use of social media.
We already created the commandments. We're just
Well, they're still a work in progress. We're hoping
working
to have
commandments.
Yes. We're hoping to have feedback from our viewers and listeners for other commandments,
Yeah.
but these first few are definitely our creations.
Yes.
So last week we went through Know Thy Audience. Basically, exactly what it says. Don't post things when the vast majority of people it doesn't apply to or they're not going to be interested. And are you excited for number 2?
I am.
Okay.
I go to the next one because there are a lot of commandments in my head. Which one is this?
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what the second one is.
Okay.
I know. I just can't remember which one in the order of commandments.
Well, Lenny, number 2 is Thou shalt not address loved ones directly in the second person.
How could I forget? This, of course. This is, yes.
Yeah, so I know for you, I know for me, that these kind of posts are near and dear to our hearts and often causing aggravation.
Yes.
Yeah, they make my jaw drop, frankly. But we'll show you some examples about what we're talking about. Here's our first one. So this is from the first daughter, Ms. Ivanka Trump. Would you like to read this, Lenny?
Okay. Today marks a decade of marriage to my best friend and life partner, 3,652 days.
3,652?
3 amazing, curious children, countless adventures, ups, downs, laughter, love, and pastrami together. Everything about you is real, kind, humble, and brave. You inspire me with your calm, stoic disposition and unwavering prioritization of that which matters most in life. Oh boy. You are a dedicated public servant, amazing father, and relentless optimist who never confuses a hard problem with one that is unsolvable. Everything about me is revealed and known to you.
Oh, God.
You see all of me and love me for exactly who I am. I can be vulnerable with you as well as strong and determined. I love you and dream of forever together. 10 heart 25 heart 2009. No heart.
Oh. Wow. I don't know what I should do with this. I mean, I
So, okay.
And this really has nothing to do with my political preferences. This has to do with posts like this that I can't tolerate.
So this is something that you've expressed to me, and I very wholeheartedly agree. So the commandment here, thou shalt not address loved ones directly. The reason we created this as a commandment is because that we believe, at least, that there are certain things that you say to your loved ones that really don't need to be shared with the rest of the outside world. This is an example, we think, of that. So, at least in our eyes, it's a conversation about, well, why are we reading this? What is the purpose of us reading this? And what benefit is it supposed to give us? I don't really know.
I don't either. That was all very, very well said.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like I said stuff like that, but you just kind of tied it up in a bow and said
thank
it
you.
perfectly. That's great. Yeah, I mean, the sentiment is nice. If I got this in a written card, I think I would cry.
Right, exactly.
If I read this on social media, I would feel embarrassed. I would feel exposed. It just feels way too personal. It feels like too much of a looking into their personal life, and then I also am doubting, like, is this real? I mean, obviously this is a public figure, but we all have read posts like this of people who are not public figures, and it makes you, and then the next thing you know, the person's getting a divorce. So you wonder, like, how much of an act it is, how real it is. It just brings up a lot. People, posts like this are so, things like this are so much more meaningful when said personally and not proclaimed publicly.
To the world.
I don't know how other people feel, but I also really prefer that if you're gonna do something like this, you be honest about it, and instead of addressing the one person it's meant for in front of thousands of people, to say, "World, I am happy to be married to." Like, that's a little more honest, because you are on a venue that talks to hundreds or thousands of people.
Right.
You should be addressing them, not the one person. Not the one person that it's supposedly meant for, when it's actually meant for thousands. You're basically showing off your relationship.
So if someone were to post something on Facebook saying, "It is my husband's birthday today. I'm really happy to be married to him. It's been a wonderful 20 years." Like,
I find that more honest and sincere. This is sort of like, I can't think of the word of it. It's like sort of, it's not passive aggressive. It's just it's like you're trying to put on an appearance of she's trying to put on an appearance of being a good wife by praising her husband in front of thousands of people. I don't care about that. You know, the only person who should care about whether she's a good wife or not is her husband and children, not her Instagram followers.
Right. Well, and I think I think what we see a lot on social media is just this really deep, desperate need that we all have for validation. And clearly she got she has view all 8,731 comments.
Yeah, right.
So I'm actually
we don't know
more. But
yeah, I mean, and we also don't know if they might not all be nice. But I'm sure most of them were like, congratulations. You know.
Well, we've talked about this too. Maybe we'll see this in future posts and things that show up here. But we are often surprised by the comments that people make on these sorts of posts. In these sorts of, when we're thinking, oh my gosh, we can't believe that someone just, did that. And people will respond actually very positively, which is nice of them to do. But considering kind of how sick it makes us feel in a way, like sick is maybe the word, but like a little bit uneasy. It makes us feel. It actually is interesting to see that a lot of people are actually very supportive and will say, we are so happy for you guys, congratulations. But then you wonder, is that an act? Like, is that, it's like this game of theatrical, like, putting on.
I mean, I think that it's very interesting, because social media is obviously a new invention.
Yeah.
But it's already developed its own culture. Yeah. The culture of these sort of posts where you address people you live with, because you want it to be public. And then the culture then is to respond.
Yeah.
Congratulations, we're so happy for you.
Yeah.
So again, and that's what we're trying to challenge. That some of this stuff is not good for most people necessarily.
Yes, and that I think is one of the ultimate things that we are trying to accomplish in this show. Is that we're not just pointing these things out just to point them out. We're pointing them out because things on social media that people say can actually really harm people and can harm our mental health. And this is, it's important to be aware of these things so that we can all be more mindful of the ways in which we are potentially posting things on social media that's making people feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, this post, I'm sure she didn't make it to make people feel bad, but this is the kind of post that will make people feel envy and jealousy.
Yeah.
And for when it's really all about her own relationship with her husband.
Exactly.
All right, shall we go on? We have no lack of examples of these. So, all right, here we are. Here's another example. Lenny, you want to take a stab at this?
Sure. Okay. I can't really put to words what kind of impact this talented, hilarious, considerate, adorable goofball has had on my life.
Oh, but I bet he'll try.
It's been a challenging few years lately, but I can say for certain that I couldn't have gotten through it without you, more so than anyone else, although my family and friends did help a whole lot. Happy 1 year together. I'm so excited to see what another year brings.
Oh, sorry. Just okay. Woo. All right. Thank you. That was a beautiful reading. So I think we covered a lot of this. Have you noticed this trend where it's like the first part is like what I said, where it's not addressed to the person, it's addressed to everybody, and then it switches to addressing the person.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's a very common thing that is very strange. It's like, make up your mind. Who is this to? What is this for?
So I think subconsciously it's kind of the hook. It's like, what is going to get people to read this post? Yeah. Addressing it to everyone. And then they've sucked you in, and then then
you're not even talking to me, but I'm still reading.
Exactly.
Well, I couldn't help myself from continuing.
Getting you in. And
oh my God. All right. All right. So this is all the same stuff we talked about before. The thing that I find the most amusing about this is how this person is telling the significant other how important the significant other is. More than anyone else, even though family and friends help somewhat, but still not as much as his significant other. So if I was family or friends with this dude, I'd be like, I don't know, can you swear on YouTube? I'd be like, go F off. I'm your mother. I gave birth to you, and now this.
Right.
Come on, that's like I'm always so conscious of that when you make it explicit about who matters more to you than other people, and that's what this is kind of doing. So
and kind of dictating that and laying that out on the table publicly in a post.
Right. Again, you say it in a card, you say it in person. It's beautiful. You put it on Facebook, it becomes. Like tasteless, frankly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But I do hope they're very happy together forever. All right. We're ready to go on?
Yes.
All right. Do you want me to do this? Okay.
Yes, you should do this one.
Okay. Dearest husband, there are so very many reasons to be grateful on this Father's Day. Through hell and high water. Quite literally in our kitchen, in fact. We've gotten through the last few months mostly intact. You are the yin to my yang? The shkla to my tra? Together we've built the most beautiful home, the most beautiful family. Our life together is more than I could ever dream. It's the profound spiritual center that you give to our children that is most precious to me as the Ima to your Awa. So, first of all, I would like to say that this does obviously violate our second commandment of thou shalt not address loved ones directly.
Yes.
But it also does our first commandment of know thy audience, because first of all, you have to know Hebrew to be able to read those words, and you have to know what it means in order to know what it says. So, again, why are you doing this if this is meant for everybody?
Right, and know what Iman, Abba...
Yeah, oh right, yeah, of course, right. And also then there's also inside jokes, quite literally in our kitchen. What happened in your kitchen?
In our kitchen? Is our kitchen flooded?
Yeah, right.
And, should we be concerned? Is that a post we actually should be getting?
I would be interested in that post. Right. I want to see that there's water in your kitchen. That would be...
That's what I actually want to know.
Right. If this is my friend, I would be concerned. Do I need to... obviously, they're Jewish people. Maybe they need Noah's Ark.
Yeah, don't put it in parentheses.
Yeah, right? Okay. Well, anyway, this is, again, the most beautiful thing ever. Again, it's addressed to a very specific person. It's not addressed to all of us. Again, it's not something... It takes away in my opinion, the weight the beauty of the sentiment by posting it in front of everyone.
I agree. Again, yes, and that is the fundamental message here. It's not that this is a tasteless, a tasteless
No, it's
collection
lovely.
of words.
Beautiful.
It's lovely,
Yeah.
just not in front of 865 Facebook friends.
Right, and holidays can be really rough for people.
Right.
This is about Father's Day. A lot of people have lost their fathers.
Exactly.
And it's just it. People are looking at this is.
No, it just kind of, I don't know. It makes people feel sad
Yeah.
if they don't have fathers. It makes them feel, and it stirs up unproductive or unhealthy emotions in people that don't really help
Yeah.
better the world.
Right.
in
I
any
mean,
way.
this did not
That's
better my. This would not better my relationship with the person who posts this
Right.
at all. I mean, that
Or-
she feels strongly this way.
I agree.
So,
It's
all right.
just not a,
Enough said. All right, next one. More.
oh my. You should do this
What?
one too.
Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. It's so and so's birthday today. And I only wish I could celebrate her the way she deserves to be celebrated because no one deserves it more.
Not even his parents or
Exactly.
or kids,
Right.
or
Yep. She's brave, strong, incredibly brilliant, beautiful, and endlessly wise, witty, funny, loving, and deep, and lovely neshama. Okay, again, Jewish, that means soul, everybody. I do know that. She is such an amazing mom to the kids. I couldn't be more fortunate to co-parent with her, and she is a phenomenal life partner, always giving nurturance and support when needed, and constructive criticism, or tochecha, when needed, and letting me know what she needs to keep balance, dreaming together, having each other's backs as best we can, and I am constantly humbled and grateful and overjoyed that somehow I get to spend my life with her. Here comes the transition.
The first person.
Right. This is actually usually this part is shorter and then it goes on, but this is a little different. Baby, I love you with everything I am. You are my favorite human being. I am lucky to have you. The kids are lucky to have you, and you make the world a better place by being in it. Happy birthday. So, do you think this guy got a card?
No, I don't think.
I don't think he did. Yeah. Right.
Because if he had, why would he be posting
Exactly.
this?
Oh my God. Again, I would be so mortified if somebody posted like this.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell are you doing? I mean, it's so lovely. But I feel like people wouldn't even talk like this individually. It's doing it because it's done publicly.
Exactly.
This is a very public sort of post, and as a result, it feels a little insincere, maybe. I mean, I'm sure he thinks all of that stuff, but he wants us to think it. But I
Right.
don't need to think it, because hopefully this person is already my friend. I know she's a great person.
Right.
I don't need you to say it on Facebook.
There's just a lot of intimacy here, just the token,
Yeah,
just the whole.
yeah.
I don't really. I would be happy to know they are happy together.
Yes.
It's getting me into their home and
Yeah.
their marital.
Yeah.
I don't want to go that deep
Nope.
when I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed,
Nope.
just trying to figure out what events I want to go to this week. I really don't need
Yeah.
this. I
I
really
want to know
don't.
which one of my friends' kitchen is flooded.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I know you. All right, let's move on. Okay.
But if I say actually,
Yeah.
just about the previous one.
Yes.
The switch to the first person was in the end. So
Right,
that was
that's
just
what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is a long one. I don't even know. Maybe.
Oh yes. Okay. I know this one.
Make it. Maybe
Okay,
skim through it.
Okay. I'll just read it quickly. Let me tell you how lucky I got 4 years, minus a day ago. And I'm telling you today because tomorrow my entire focus is on one person only. He's the most smart. He's often the smartest, most accomplished, well-read, and well-traveled person in the room.
Oh, well, if I'm in the room, I'm sure he is.
But you never tell since he's humble to a fault. He is always more interested in what others have to say than in talking about himself. He makes everyone feel special because he believes they are. He's a true humanitarian, doing more for the common good than most of us ever dreamed to do. Even
Thanks
though
a lot. Thanks a lot.
Like, gee, thanks. I'm, whatever. Even though he thinks he doesn't do enough. He loves the arts and believes that artists are the most important people in the whole entire universe.
Oh.
And he knows his art.
Ooh.
He's curious about everything, and he loves to learn about things he doesn't know. He's sophisticated and always looks very dapper. Boy is very vain. What? Okay. And his natural charm will make you melt.
Oh.
Good Lord. Okay. Yet he is always real, and there is not a single bone of pretentiousness or superiority in his whole body.
I thought he's vain. All right.
He's comfortable and happy wherever he is. He has the purest heart that I've ever encountered. He is my best and most loyal friend. He is extremely protective of me, and the only time he may break away from his natural sweet smile is if he feels someone is being unkind to me.
Wow.
He makes me laugh, and he is always right by my side when is at the end, or is there more?
Nope, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Oh.
He is extremely protective of me, and the only time he may break away from his natural sweet smile is if he feels someone is being unkind to me. He makes me laugh, and he is always right by my side when I'm sad. He will often surprise me with flowers or an impromptu romantic date at the end of a difficult day.
Oh, God.
He loves my family, and they simply adore him. And yeah, he's sexy as hell. I am very, very, very lucky to have gone on that date 4 years ago.
Oh, here's a transition.
Happy anniversary, my love. May my luck continue forevermore. Okay. In return, I promise you to never take your love for granted and to try my absolute best to deserve it every day. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Oh, are you okay, Lenny? Lenny looks like he's having a problem here.
So I will just disclose that I do know this person, and I do know that these two people met on a dating app.
Mm-hmm.
I personally have not had the greatest luck with dating apps in my 3 years of being on them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And knowing that these two, I'm glad that these two have had a lovely life
course.
together and have created a lovely life together.
And he looks dapper.
Yeah, but there's a part of me that just feels a little bit pathetic that I have not had that same stroke of luck, And I think a lot of people probably get that when reading this. People who have been in similar situations. So there's a little bit of... So there's that. The other thing that I really react to very strongly in this is he is describing him as such. I think most people are good at heart, and I think that even people who have great faults also have good qualities that we need to, be mindful of. But I read this and I think, gosh, God, would anyone ever say this about me? Like,
Lenny, of course they would. Yes, they would, Lenny. This is what Facebook makes you have to do. I have to comfort you and tell you of your worth.
Well, it just makes me think like, am I ever pretentious? Am I interested in things that I don't know a lot about? It makes me kind of question my own. It gets me in just a really weird, funky place that I don't like being in.
I mean, obviously, none of us are as wonderful as this guy's boyfriend, and we should never even strive for it. I mean, I guess we can feel bad about it, or we can just accept reality that we'll just never be that good. Again, lovely sentiment. And also, this is really, really long.
It is really long.
Again, it takes a certain amount of hubris. Is hubris the word?
Yeah.
To think that people are going to read through all of this and be interested. And probably some people will be, but I think a lot of people will not want to read through so much.
Read the first and last line.
Right, or find it a little... have those twinges because it's holding something up that a lot of people don't have, Yeah,
Yeah. And it's very long.
it's very long.
And here's something that I think about sometimes. I sometimes wonder if people don't expect other people to read these, but that it's somehow cathartic to just get it out there. So I'll bring up an example. So I know, Vinny, that you will sometimes post on Facebook when you were at an event, or when, and you will often joke that, well, if I don't post about it, it didn't happen. And and there's an element of truth to that. Like in our social mediaized world, we seek we use social media as a device for validation and to basically make to validate the things that we actually do in our lives. And so I wonder if maybe he wasn't expecting people to read this, but he felt like in order for this 1-year anniversary to actually be real and official, he needed to post something like this. He needed to get it out there, even if poor whoever this is has to read this is the only one who's going to read it. I don't know. That's my thought.
That's interesting. So do you think? So I'm a big fan of selective posting. So like knowing that if there's something that only a couple people are going to be interested in posting, so only they can see it, or if there's something that's going to be hurtful to some people, making sure that they don't see it. So do you think this person should have posted so only his boyfriend saw it?
Sure, but why not just write it in a card then?
Right. Well, no, because this is what I do for why I post like check into events, because I want to have a record. So the record will still be part of his and his partner's Facebook records, but it won't be for the rest of us to see.
Although I agree, though he would have to change the tense in the middle.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So obviously this was not just meant for his boyfriend. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to think about this. I mean, I do think that, when milestones happen, people feel like they need to be recorded for them to have happened.
And sometimes it I think can be cathartic to get things out in the open, and social media is the out and open of our modern world.
Yeah. And I do like seeing what other people have. I guess I like Facebook without judgment.
Right.
Like I like seeing somebody's doing something.
Right.
Or their kids look like this. But these posts that we have just seen are the epitome of judgment and not making opinion, that we don't make opinions for ourselves. Post a picture of a father with their kid, and it's nice, and then you can say, oh, that's nice, but like to beat us over the head with how wonderful this person is, it makes me like want to go back and say, hey, I can make up my mind for myself, or like, why do I even have to have an opinion about
this?
This?
And I think that there are ways of getting of still having that feeling of like you're getting something out in the open and creating commemorating the milestone, whatever it may be, with selective wording and by crafting a post that doesn't make people feel quite so bad about themselves.
Right. I mean, like I would love it. Yeah, like a picture of a father and a child holding hands. That would be so cute. But I don't want to be told. Yeah, you don't need to tell me the stuff that you should be between yourselves.
Exactly.
All right. I think this is it.
Really?
For this, but we've gone to almost 30 minutes. So thank you everybody for listening this long.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be back soon, hopefully with another commandment. I know you're excited. All right.
I am.
Have a good one, everybody. And you have a good night, Lenny.
You too, Billy.